Hi, I'm Kate, and today I'm watching Avatar: The Last Airbender, Season 1, Episodes 9 and 10. The last two episodes were a two-parter, the winter solstice. In Part 1, we saw Aang, Sokka, and Katara find a large swath of burned-down forest. Aang's really upset because his job as the Avatar is to protect the Earth, the planet, and without him, things like this were able to happen. But Katara places an acorn in his hand and reminds him that the forest will grow back. That's when they're approached by an elderly man who asks if Aang is the Avatar because he saw the flying bison. He implores Aang for help because there is a spirit attacking his village. It turns out that the Heibai has been coming to this Earth Kingdom village nightly and taking residence. It has been angered, and they believe that the only way to speak with the spirit, to find peace with it, is by the Avatar making contact. It was interesting because this is something that the Avatar is meant to be doing. Aang is meant to be this spiritual go-between, but he's been gone for 100 years. And now this can't even be his full focus with what's going on with the Fire Nation. Aang also doesn't have mentors. He's really only been taught in the ways of airbending. He was only able to pull upon waterbending in a time of great need, and he's not even sure how he did that. He has to learn all of the elements, but also be the Avatar. But instead of making up excuses, Aang says, I'm going to try anyways when Katara asks him if he's going to be able to help this village. And he does try. And again, what I love about Katara and Sokka are that they're not just going to sit back and watch things happen. Sokka said Aang should not be out there by himself, as if he's not the Avatar. And while trying to assist, the Heibai ends up taking Sokka. Aang chases after the Heibai and ends up in the spirit world. That's when a dragon comes to visit him. It turns out that this is Avatar Roku's Appa, the spirit guide, or animal spirit guide. And while it can't speak, it does show Aang visions and takes Aang to a Fire Nation temple. Aang finds out that on the winter solstice, a light will hit Avatar Roku's statue, and that is when he'll be able to speak with him. It's very important because Avatar Roku has a very important message for Aang. When the Heibai returns again, Aang is able to pass along the same message that Katara gave him with the acorn, that although the forest is burned down, it will grow back again. The Heibai understands this. It turns back into a peaceful panda and returns the village residents and Sokka. Thankfully, while this is going on, Zuko and Iroh get taken off course. Iroh is enjoying some relaxation time when Earthbenders find him and take him captive. He can't take them all on by himself, so he's able to smartly leave clues for Zuko to find, and the two of them are able to take on 5 Earthbenders. And also thank you to the commenter who pointed out that Iroh did not even use any firebending. He used the chains that were used to bind him. But not long after Aang and crew leave this village, Zuko shows up and finds out that the Avatar had been there. There's very little time now to get to this crescent-shaped island with Avatar Roku's temple. In part 2 of the winter solstice, Zuko is hot on the tail of Aang. And not only that, but as they approach the Fire Nation waters, Commander Zhao is there with a blockade of ships. Aang and Appa display some awesome flying skills, and Zhao decides to let Zuko pass by and follow him. Zhao doesn't know where the Avatar is headed, but he has a feeling Zuko does. Once at Avatar Roku's temple, they're accosted pretty quickly by some Fire Temple sages, but in demonstrating that not everyone within the Fire Nation is on board with their plans, one of the sages, Shayu, convinces them to follow him and he can bring them to safety. He explains that once the Avatar went missing, the sages, the priests, the temple priests lost faith and that they ended up just going along with the Fire Lord's plans because they were forced to. And Shayu said this started with his grandfather after Roku, and it's continued to this day. But that he remembers what their purpose was, and it's to serve the Avatar. The room with Roku's statue is locked. Sokka was very handy and ingenious in trying to make fake firebending. I love that he mentioned that this is something that his father taught him. It's something that he remembered. It didn't end up working, but then Katara was still able to use it not working to their advantage. They lied saying that Aang had gotten into the room. So the temple priests use firebending to open the lock and unseal the door. Aang manages to get in. I need to pay closer attention to Aang and Zuko's lines and their journeys because I really do find they're paralleled a lot because they said similar lines like back to back. It's not working. It didn't work. And I just have a feeling there's going to be a lot more of that. Aang finally gets to speak with Roku. And Roku explains that the Fire Lord Sozin was able to harness the power of a comet, and that was what was able to assist the Fire Nation with landing their first blow in the war. And now Sozin's comet is set to return at the end of the summer. And the Fire Lord Ozai is planning to finish this war. So Aang not only doesn't have masters guiding him, but now he has an incredibly short amount of time to master all of the elements and defeat the Fire Lord Ozai. Now, something I thought about since I watched the last episode was that Aang is someone who brings people together. He is someone that you can't help but love. And as the Avatar, he's supposed to find this balance and bring this peace to the world. So while I do think there's a good chance I'm going to watch him master all of the elements and be able to take on the Fire Lord, I do think also that he's going to have a lot of assistance. I just have this strange feeling that Zuko and Iroh might change teams. So if he's not able to completely master all these elements and it is such a short period of time, then maybe Aang is able to bring the world or a large amount of people, benders, together and fight as one. So let's watch episode 9, The Waterbending Scroll. Once again, we open with such a pretty picturesque opening.
Would you sit down?
I'm supposed to master all 4 elements before that comet arrives.
Calm down. It's gonna be okay. If you want, I can try and teach you some of the stuff I know.
You do that?
We'll need to find a good source of water first.
Maybe we can find a puddle for you to splash in.
It's a little bit bigger than a puddle. Big Luffy smiles. Oh, I'm gonna take a dip. Uh-oh.
Don't start without me, boy!
Remember the reason we're here.
Oh, right.
Great. So what am I supposed to do?
You could clean the gunk out of Appa's toes.
Okay.
Spa day for Appa. Zuko.
Someone's changing our course. What's the meaning of this mutiny? No one told you to change course.
Actually, someone did. I assure you, it is a matter of utmost importance, Prince Zuko. It seems I've lost my lotus tile. Most people think the lotus tile insignificant, but it is essential for the unusual strategy that I employ. Just give me 10 minutes to check the merchants at this port of call. I'm lucky to have such an understanding nephew.
Yeah, don't get too happy. You've got to do me next.
So don't be frustrated if you don't get it right away.
Oh, the way he's looking at her.
The key is getting the wrist movement right.
Like this?
If you keep practicing, I'm sure eventually.
Hey, I'm bending it already.
Wow, I can't believe you
wow.
got that so quickly. It took me 2 months to learn that move.
Well, you had to figure it out all on your own. I'm lucky enough to have a great teacher.
Thanks.
And he already learned one element, so I assume learning one element helps you learn the next.
It's harder than it looks, so don't be disappointed if... Nice work.
Is
Though
Katara
the
gonna get
over-the-head
jealous?
flare was unnecessary.
sorry.
I kind of know this one other move, but it's pretty hard. The idea is to create a big, powerful wave.
So, like this?
Yeah, like that.
Looks like I got the hang of that move.
That's enough practicing for today.
You just practiced our supplies down the river.
Uh-oh.
Sorry.
Life was hard enough when you were just an airbender.
Oh, I hope we're not gonna get our supplies at the same merchants that we're getting our lotus tile.
We've got exactly 3 copper pieces left from the money that King Boomy gave us.
Make that 2 copper pieces, Sokka.
See? Even Momo thinks it's a piece of junk.
Is it calling Appa?
I'll hold the money from now on.
I can see from your clothing that you're world-traveling types. Perhaps I can interest you in some exotic curios?
Sure.
No, Aang. Good thing we took the money from him.
Huh?
That looks haunted and spooky.
I've never seen such a fine specimen of lemur. That beast would fetch me a hefty sum if you'd be interested in bartering.
Momo's not for sale.
Look at this, Aang. It's a waterbending scroll.
Where did you get a waterbending scroll?
Let's just say I got it up north at a most reasonable
Hey, that's where we're
price.
going.
Free.
Sea-loving traders with suspiciously acquired merchandise? You guys are pirates!
We prefer to think of ourselves as high-risk traders.
So how much for the, traded scroll?
I've already got a buyer. A nobleman in the Earth Kingdom. I don't haggle on items this rare.
Aang, can we get out of here? I feel like we're getting weird looks.
What was that all about, Katara?
I'll just feel a lot better once we get away from here.
Hey, you!
Did she
Get
take
back
it?
Here!
Yeah, Katara took the scroll.
I don't think these pirates are here to trade with us.
Oh, nice. My cabbages. Nice.
My cabbages! Now, who gets to taste the steel of my blade first?
No thanks.
You kind of picked on the wrong person.
Grab on tight! I used to kind of look up to pirates, but those guys are terrible.
That's why I took this.
No way.
No wonder they were trying to hack us up. You stole their waterbending scroll.
Sokka, where do you think they got it? They stole it from a waterbender. You know how crucial it is for Aang to learn waterbending.
We have it. We might as well learn from it.
I think that Sokka might be a little jealous because he's not a bender, and I think that Katara might be a little jealous
Not a lotus
because
tile in the
Aang's already better
entire
at bending,
marketplace.
waterbending than her.
It's good to know this trip was a complete waste of time for everyone.
You
Well, it
got a
sounds like
Sungi horn?
he found a
Music
lot of
night on the
things
ship.
at a great bargain.
Oh, this place looks promising.
Yeah.
We lost the water tribe girl and the little bald monk she was traveling with.
This monk, did he have an arrow on his head?
I just want to try this one move first, and then it's all yours. Here, hold it open for me. The single water whip. Looks doable. What's so funny?
She's only interested in teaching herself.
Why can't I get this stupid move?
You just gotta shift your weight through the stances. There.
Will you please shut your air hole? Oh my gosh, Aang. I am so sorry. It won't happen again.
What about Momo? He's the real victim here.
I'm sorry, Momo.
Oh, mama.
Shouldn't we stop to search the woods?
We don't need to stop. They stole a waterbending scroll, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then they'll be on the water.
Yeah, we really should have taken off. Especially after stealing that scroll. Momo.
Shh. Momo, go back to sleep. Shoot!
Oh no.
Okay, Katara, shift your weight through the stances. No! Let go of me!
Oh, there.
I'll save you from the pirates. Try to understand. I need to capture him to restore something I've lost. My honor. Perhaps in exchange I can restore something you've lost.
My mother's necklace.
Tell me where he is.
No!
Search the woods for the boy and meet back here.
Where did she go? She took the scroll. She's obsessed with that thing. It's just a matter of time before she gets us all in deep...
I've got him! Come on!
Aang, this is all my fault.
No, Katara, it isn't.
Yeah, it kind of is.
You're really gonna hand over the Avatar for a stupid piece of parchment? Just imagine how much the Fire Lord would pay for the Avatar.
Keep the scroll. We can buy 100 with the reward we'll get for the kid.
You'll regret breaking a deal with me.
Momo.
Thanks, Momo. I owe you a bushel of apples.
Yes, you do. Now we just need Sokka. Look out, Momo.
Aang, are you there?
I'm over here. Follow my voice. Never mind. Run!
Help me get this boat back in the water so we can get out of here.
We need a team of rhinos to budge this ship.
A team of
Or
rhinos.
waterbending.
2 waterbenders.
Everybody in!
Are you so busy fighting you cannot see your own ship has set sail?
We have no time for your proverbs, Uncle.
It's no proverb.
The whip. Nice.
Hey, you did the water whip.
We can stop the boat! Aang, together! Push and pull the water!
I knew a bison whistle would come in handy.
Prince Zuko, you're really going to get a kick out of this. The lotus tile was in my sleeve the whole time!
Aang, I still owe you an apology. You were just so good at waterbending without really trying. I got so competitive that I put us all in danger.
That's okay, Katara.
Besides, who needs that stupid scroll anyway?
Is that really how you feel?
The scroll!
What did you learn?
Stealing is wrong, unless it's from pirates.
Good one, Katara.
So cute. This episode was a great reminder that they are still children. They are on this huge journey to save the world, and they're still children, experiencing childlike feelings. Katara doesn't have anyone to teach her waterbending. She's been all alone this whole time, and the little bit that she knows, she's very proud of. This is part of her heritage. And she loves Aang. She wants to be able to teach him. So the fact that he's already better than her at the bending kind of hurts her pride a little bit there. She really thought she was going to be able to be useful, and now she feels a little shown up. I think for Sokka too, not as bad, but I think sometimes he can feel a little left out with the bending or not being a bender, but he is a great warrior, and like I said, I love as we get to see his abilities grow throughout this journey and everything that he picks up along the way. He's not being lazy, he's being proactive. But I do think that Aang already having so many years of airbending experience behind him will make it easier for him to learn the other elements. There's probably like some sort of mind-body connection that he already has opened up or going on. So next is episode 10, Jet. Looks like a pretty fall day. I need Momo right now. We'll spot her. No!
Where's Momo? Hang on, Momo!
Fire Nation traps. You can tell from the metalwork. We better pack up camp and get moving. No flying this time. Somehow Prince Zuko and the Fire Nation keep finding us.
Appa's not too noticeable.
He's a gigantic, fluffy monster with an arrow on his head. It's kind of hard to miss him.
Who made you the boss?
I'm not the boss, I'm the leader.
If anyone's the leader, it's Aang. I mean, he is the Avatar.
Are you kidding? He's just a goofy kid.
He's right.
Look, my instincts tell me we have a better chance of slipping through on foot, and a leader has to trust his instincts.
I don't know. I think we should listen to him.
Walking stinks. How do people go anywhere without a flying bison?
Why don't you ask Sokka's instincts? They seem to know everything.
Appa doesn't look too happy about walking either.
Hey, Sokka's instincts. Would you mind?
Okay, I get it.
We've made fun of him so much at this point that I think he's
That
right.
we're safe from the Fire Nation.
Just kidding.
Run!
We're really about to lose our supplies again?
Sokka, your shirt!
Nice.
If you let us pass, we promise not to hurt you.
You promise not to hurt us?
Nice work, Sokka. How'd you do that?
Yeah, how'd you do that?
Instinct?
Look!
Who's that?
They're in the tree!
I was about to say, I hope he has more help.
Hey, he was mine!
Gotta be quicker next time.
That's a big boy.
Hey,
Hi.
That's smooth.
my name is Jet, and these are my freedom fighters. Sneers, Longshot, Smellerbee, the Duke, and Pipsqueak.
Pipsqueak. That's a funny name.
You think my name is funny?
It's hilarious.
Thanks for saving us, Jet.
I should be thanking you. We were waiting to ambush those soldiers all morning.
We were relying on instinct.
You'll get yourself killed doing that.
Hey, Jet. These barrels are filled with blasting jelly.
That's a great score.
Stuff back to the hideout. You guys have a hideout?
You want to see
Yes.
it?
Yes, we want to see it.
Someone's got a crush.
Hold this.
Why?
It's
What's
a
this do?
secret hideout.
Grab hold of me, Katara.
Okay. Reminds me of like Peter Pan.
It's beautiful up here.
It's beautiful, and more importantly, the Fire Nation can't find us.
Why does the Fire Nation want to find you?
I guess you could say I've been causing them a little trouble. They took over a nearby Earth Kingdom town a few years back.
We've been ambushing their troops and doing anything we can to mess with them.
One day, we'll drive the Fire Nation out of here for good and free that town.
So, you all live here?
That's right. Longshot over there, his town got burned down by the Fire Nation.
They really are like the Lost
Fire
Boys.
Nation killed my parents. I was only 8 years old. That day changed me forever.
Sokka and I lost our mother to the Fire Nation.
I'm so sorry, Katara. We struck another blow against the Fire Nation swine. Now, the Fire Nation thinks they don't have to worry about a couple of kids hiding in the trees. Maybe they're right.
Every little bit of revolt helps.
They are dead wrong.
Hey, Jet. Nice speech.
Thanks. By the way, I was really impressed with you and Aang. That was some great bending I saw out there today.
He's the Avatar.
Avatar, huh? Very nice.
Thanks, Jet.
Thanks, Jet.
Unfortunately, we have to leave tonight.
Sokka, you're kidding me. I needed you on an important mission tomorrow.
What mission?
Got him.
What are you doing?
Shh. It amplifies vibration. Wait, yes. Someone's approaching.
Good work, Sokka. Ready your weapon.
Wait! False alarm. He's just an old man.
But he's a firebender.
What are you doing in our woods, you leech?
Please, sir. I'm just a traveler.
Do you like destroying towns? Do you like destroying families?
Let me go. Have mercy.
Does the Fire Nation have mercy?
Jet, he's just an old man.
Have you forgotten that the Fire Nation killed your mother?
This doesn't feel right.
It's what has to be done. Now let's get out of here.
I don't know. I think we should be following
Come on, Sokka.
Sokka's instincts. At least give him back his walking stick.
Sokka, look what the Duke gave me.
That wasn't nice to do to Momo.
Ouch! Quit it!
Is Jet back?
Yeah, he's back, but we're leaving.
What?
He's messed up, Katara.
He's just got a different way of life.
He beat and robbed a harmless old man.
I want to hear Jet's side of the story.
You told them what happened, but you didn't mention that the guy was Fire Nation?
Fine, but even if he was Fire Nation, he was a harmless civilian.
See? There's a compartment for poison in the knife. He was sent to eliminate me. You helped save my life, Sokka.
I knew there was an explanation.
I didn't see any knife.
That's because he was concealing it.
Yeah, see, Sokka?
There was no knife. I'm going back to the hut and packing my things.
Tell me you guys aren't leaving yet. I really need your help. Fire Nation is planning on burning down our forest. If you both use waterbending to fill the reservoir, we could fight the fires.
We can't leave now with the Fire Nation about to burn down a forest. You're jealous that he's a better warrior and a better leader.
It's just that my instincts...
Well, my instincts tell me we need to stay here a little longer and help Jet. Come on, Aang.
Sorry, Sokka.
Appa just has some time off.
Huh?
Uh-oh. Careful, Sokka.
Now listen, you are not to blow the dam until I give the signal. If the reservoir isn't full, the Fire Nation troops could survive.
What about the people in the town? Won't they get wiped out too?
Look, Duke, that's the price of ridding this area of the Fire Nation.
Then you're no better than them, taking out civilians.
Where do you think you're going, Ponytail?
Sokka, I'm glad you decided to join us.
There are people living there, Jet. Mothers and fathers and children.
We can't win without making some sacrifices.
Then you're just making parentless children just like you. You're making orphans just like you.
I understand that there's nothing you won't do to get what you want.
I was hoping you'd have an open mind. But I can see you've made your choice. Take him for a walk. A long walk. We're gonna win a great victory against the Fire Nation today.
Jet, I'm sorry about how Sokka's been acting.
No worries. He already apologized. I got the sense that maybe he talked to him or something.
Yeah, I did.
Anyhow, he went out on a scouting mission with Pipsqueak and Smeller Bee. All right, we're here. Underground water is trying to escape from these vents. I need you guys to help it along.
I don't know.
You can do this.
What about me?
I know the Avatar can do this.
Careful, it's gonna be hot.
Yes!
Look, there's another steam vent.
You two keep it up. I'll go check on things at the reservoir.
When we're done, we'll meet you over there.
Actually, probably better if you meet me back at the hideout when you're done.
I bet that's enough. And I'm not just saying that to be lazy.
Let's catch up with Jet at the reservoir. Well, we finished early. I'm sure he'll be happy to see us.
How can you stand by and do nothing while Jet wipes out a whole town?
Jet's a great leader. We follow what he says, and things always turn out okay.
Traps.
If that's how Jet leads, then he's got a lot to learn.
Hey!
While you two are up there, you might want to practice your knot work.
What are they doing?
Hey, those are the red barrels he got from the Fire Nation.
Why would they need blasting jelly?
Because Jet's gonna blow up the dam.
No, that would destroy the town. Jet wouldn't do that.
You just met him, Katara.
Jet wouldn't do that.
You just met him.
Yes, I would.
Jet, why?
Katara, you would too if you just stopped to think. Think about what the Fire Nation did to your mother. We can't let them do that to anyone else ever again.
But you're gonna do it.
I thought your brother would understand, but...
Where's Sokka?
I'm not gonna fight you, Jet.
I mean, this guy is holding his own with the Avatar. Good job, Katara.
Why, Jet? You lied to me. You're sick and I trusted you.
You're too late.
No!
Sokka's still out there. He's our only chance.
Come on, Sokka. No.
Cabbages.
Jet, you monster!
Fire Nation is gone and this valley will be safe.
It will be safe. Without you. I warned the villagers of your plan, just in time. At first, they didn't believe me. The Fire Nation soldiers assumed I was a spy, but one man vouched for me. The old man you attacked. He urged them to trust me, and we got everyone out in time.
Good job, Sokka. Oh.
This is pretty!
We could have freed this valley.
Who would be free? Everyone would be dead.
Exactly.
You became the traitor when you stopped protecting innocent people.
Katara, please.
Goodbye, Jet.
We thought you were going to the dam.
Let me guess. Your instincts told you.
Hey, sometimes they're right.
You know we're going the wrong way, right?
And sometimes they're wrong.
He's directionally challenged, but his instincts are there. Okay, so like we met Shayu, who was a member of the Fire Nation, we learned that he was against the grain. He's against what the Fire Nation stands for. And we see now someone who has lost his parents, is orphaned because of the Fire Nation, who has had terrible things happen to him. He's not necessarily the bad guy, but his answer to violence is more violence. Just crazy timing, because I actually just watched an interview today with Ta-Nehisi Coates, and he has a new book out. And he was explaining in this interview how a lot of times we expect someone or a whole group of people who have gone through a trauma, like a person or a collective group that have gone through trauma, we expect them to come out on the other side of it morally superior, like, oh, this terrible thing happened to me and I need to make sure it doesn't happen to anyone else, when in reality, sure, that does happen for some people, but the reality is that people are like, hey, this terrible thing happened to me and my family. The world is an awful place. It's a dog-eat-dog world, and I'm going to be the person holding the weapon to make sure it's not pointed at me the next time around. And that kind of applies here to Jet. He's so angry and so blinded by his anger that he's willing to take the lives of innocent Earth Kingdom people. It was another great learning lesson for Katara, Sokka, and Aang. Again, just because they're not part of the Fire Nation doesn't automatically make them a good person. And I've talked about Sokka, his leadership skills, him being a warrior, his ability to learn and grow. We saw so much of that in this episode, and while Aang and Katara were making fun of him and teasing him about his instincts, I think going forward they're going to be trusting them a lot more. And I think Sokka is going to be trusting his instincts a lot more too. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in episode 11.